Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Maths with Miss S. This is part 4 on my Algebra Intro videos, and in this video we'll run through the rules of powers real quick. A to the power of 3 means A times A times A. A being multiplied by itself 3 times. A to the power of 2 means A is being multiplied by itself twice. We now have a total of 5 A's written down next to each other, which is A to the power of 5. Now looking at the two top numbers we had there, 3 and 2, how would we be able to get from 3 and 2 to 5? We would have to add these two numbers, and that's the actual rule behind it. Whenever we're multiplying powers that have the same base, we can simply add our two indices or exponents, these little top numbers on top there, the small numbers, we just have to add them, okay? Now, this is just a general rule there. If we have x to the power of m times x to the power of n, the result is x to the power of m plus n. If we now look at a division, we have x to the power of 5 over x to the power of 2. X to the power of 5 just means we're multiplying the x by itself 5 times, and x to the power of 2 means we're multiplying the x by itself twice. If we have a common factor in numerator and denominator, we can cancel them out, so we're left with only 3 of the x's next to each other, which is x to the power of 3, and to get there from the numbers 5 and 2, we would have to subtract the two exponents. So whenever we're dividing powers that have the same base number, all we have to do is subtract the two top numbers there. So the 5 and the 2 need to be subtracted from one another. And the general rule is x to the power of m over x to the power of n is x to the power of m minus n. Now let's look at a power to the power of something else. So a squared to the power of 3 would be a squared multiplied by itself 3 times, and if we're using our multiplication rule, that means we're adding all of these exponents together, which gives us 6 as the new exponent. Now by looking at 2 and 3, to get to the 6 straight away without that extra way around, we can just multiply our two exponents with each other, and that's the rule. Whenever you calculate the power of a power, then you multiply your two indices with each other, and that's your new power after that. And one last rule, if you have any number to the power of 0, it is always going to be 1.